All right, the gladiator sport has initiated once again, man. This time in Philadelphia. Let's talk about it. Meek Mill, the young legend, the dream chaser, like you know what I'm saying, has been a true inspiration for a lot of the streets, a lot of street rappers for this better part of this decade, man. So I want to salute Meek Mill first off for everything that he's been doing in this game and how he's been representing. But of course, man, we gotta talk about it. The chickens have come home to roost. You know what I'm saying? No one is exempt from this bullshit in the rap game, and currently the tide has turned, and it's Meek Mill's turn to feel the wrath of the streets. Now, I'm gonna need Philly to tap in on this. North Philly, South Philly, West Philly, wherever you know what I'm saying you from. I need Philly to really tap in on this because I wasn't familiar with pop side, pound side pop, pardon me, pound side pop. I was not familiar with this young man until all of this news just broke out. You know what I'm saying? But we gonna get into all this. I saw his live video, and I ain't gonna lie. Initially, I was left with more questions than answers, but we don't get into all that. Why is that? I was like, all right, so I had to find out about the whole Zoo Gang. I had to do the research, the backstory. So I didn't know if Zoo Gang was somebody who he was beefing with, or that was, I you know what I'm saying, his like. So I got to understand that his clique. That's his clique. I know Meek Mill had shouted out Zoo Gang, but now you know what I'm saying. Meek is basically you know what I'm saying? Well, now he's basically got a problem with Pop Side Smoke. So like, that's why I need Philly to really tap in on that section. Cause I didn't know if this shit had something to do with Pop Side or like Zoo Gang or was it geographical as far as, you know what I'm saying? I saw Pop mention like Burke Street, you feel me? And then like in a tweet, you feel me? Meek had mentioned 18th and Catherine. So I guess it's a discrepancy about whether it's North or South Philly, you feel me? But you know, in the hood, niggas move around and shit. But you know what I'm saying? I guess they trying to figure out what side is the nigga from. They doing that must be two side shit. You feel me? Like it had something to do with him getting on the tape. Now these are just all questions that I had going around in my mind as I'm, you know what I'm saying, watching the live like everybody else because I was unfamiliar with the situation. But I just came to the conclusion that maybe it was just time for, you know what I'm saying, niggas to try to, you know what I'm saying, exile Meek Mill out the, I guess, the street realm or genre of the rap game and shit. But you know, when you come to your hometown, a prophet ain't never welcome in his hometown, no matter. Yeah, as we know, like a prophet ain't never welcome in his hometown. In your hometown, they know all your dirty laundry, you know what I'm saying, your idiosyncrasies and your inconsistencies, right or wrong, that the public is not gonna be aware about. So, you know, like the people at home gonna always feel some type of way, you feel me? But like all this shit really came from a tweet or a series of tweets where a dog initially told, you know what I'm saying, that niggas gonna have to pick a side, which I don't know why at this point, like Pop Side Smoke said this. I mean, Pop Side Smoke, Pop Pound Side Pop mentioned this in like his live where he was like, why do these millionaire niggas be trying to come down and you know what I'm saying, basically involve themselves in street politics when they don't actually their word doesn't actually carry weight and shit. I feel like Meek Mill, he's basically getting a taste of basically how like niggas don't look at you like they basically like, you not one of us no more. Meek doesn't realize that he's like he tried to represent for the streets and speak for the trenches, but he's on the other side now. Like he's done so much. It's not even just so much as far as like what you accomplished, but like he's done so much to disassociate himself and just you know what I'm saying. Like I can't speak on everything that goes on in Philly, but you know how the shit go. Like he's just getting further and further away. You feel me? Like just with his lifestyle, like just the way he like you know what I'm saying, as you mature, you know what I'm saying, you gonna he like there's no way he could be the same guy he was 10 years ago and keep it real the same way he kept it 10 years ago. You have to evolve and change, you feel me? But like because he didn't make that foot, he's trying to hold on to this shit. You can't have like one foot in and one foot out, you feel me? That shit gonna always come back to bite you. That's what I feel like niggas going through right now. And that's where Quilly and you know what I'm saying Pound Side Pop come in because these niggas is all the way in the streets. You feel me? Rap game, whether they in the underground Philly scene or not. These niggas is in the really in the trenches. Like they don't just talk about it or come visit. These niggas is sleeping and waking up in these same areas. You feel me? So it's like you know what I'm saying, like Quilly said, you know what I'm saying, niggas can't really pop it how he pop it, and he got a point to that. You can't pop it how he pop it because he really in that shit, and he really, you know what I'm saying. I don't know that man business, but you know what I'm saying. He really moving and shaking and moving and grooving in Philly, like every day type shit. Like so, you know what I'm saying. That's where the discrepancy and the difference gonna come in. But in my personal opinion, I feel it all boiled down to drugs and contracts. Cause at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Pound side pop, I guess he had showed Dog the contract that Meek was gonna give him, and it was that 20,000. You feel me? Now here's how you gotta look at it. On one hand, it's like 20,000, nigga. We got 20,000 over here. You seen Dog? He, you know what I'm saying? Held up. You know what I'm saying? Whatever he held up and shit. And he said, nigga, that's 20,000 right there. But you gotta look at it like, dude, I'm gonna play devil's advocate. Big Sean got a deal for 15 G's, and look what he turned that into. So you gotta look at it like this. Was it but you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Pound Side Pop because he basically said this nigga was trying to take my publishing and, you know what I'm saying, do all that shit. So he's smart for like basically not adhering to that, but at the same time, you don't know if that's the deal that could put you over the top and you maybe could come back and renegotiate. Because at the end of the day, it's the music industry. You're gonna get jerked either way, you feel me? So, but I mean, I don't know. We never seen nobody do it another way except you gotta stay independent with this shit. You feel me? That's the way. That's the only way you can do it. You gotta build your fan base and stay independent. But you know what I'm saying? Just to play devil's advocate, I know it might look like that 20 G's might not look like nothing, but it ain't about the money. You feel me? It's about the opportunity. But at the same time, if your business ain't right, it'd be a shame to make all that money or generate all that money, but then you just basically a high paid slave and you know that you ain't gonna reap none of the benefits of the shit. So I mean, the shit could go either way. But you know what I'm saying? That's another point. Had to make sure my shit was still rolling and shit. You know, she be acting janky as hell. But another thing I want to go to is the drugs and shit because you know we all know Meek had his battle with the perks and shit. You feel me? But in his basically in his series of tweets when he was getting at the niggas in Philly, he was saying that niggas was hitting the walk too hard. You feel me? But like that shit crazy because the niggas, the minute you try to cut into them about basically what they shot is, that's what they call it in Philly, they shot, them niggas threw that shot right back at you because they start saying, nigga, we got them 30s for you, you feel me? So it's like, I don't know if that's the shot you want to send at niggas because, like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. I don't know if you just want to play that type of tip for tat, you feel me? The battle with the demons and shit, you feel me? Like, I would try to advise you to stay on higher ground as far as, you know what I'm saying, just really at this point, bro, you just, man, you gotta be 100% like on some positive shit, bro. You can't even like poke the bear, so to speak. You feel me? Because dog, niggas is on that live really talking crazy about niggas. You know what I'm saying? Riding down Broad Street, whatever. You feel me? Like, fuck all that shit. Don't even fall for that. You know what I'm saying? Banana in the tailpipe type shit, bro. You just gotta stay smooth and keep your mind right, bro. Like it's open season and these niggas they wouldn't mind tricking you off your position, bro. You'll never get that shit twisted. Like, nigga, you gotta stay on point, bro. But yeah, nigga, you know what I'm saying? It's up in Philly right now, so you know what I'm saying? Just pray for the best, man.